Good day, folks. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I welcome you. If you're not new here, I welcome you back. Well, the idea today was to sit on that nice little beach there and watch the sun go down with you guys while I have a little chinwag with you. But unfortunately, the weather had better ideas, or worse ideas. Clouds have come over, wind has picked up, real windy out there, cold as hell, and no sunset. Gutted. But anyways, if you don't mind, we're going to do the little chinwag from inside the car today. Got a little cup of tea to keep me company. Bear with me, folks. Okay, ready to go. So today's little chinwag, it's going to be about a little travel experience that I had a few years ago in Kenya, Africa. My first trip there it was. And yeah, something that stuck with me up until now, basically. There's always moments in travel that you remember, or you might learn from, things that just open up your eyes and you just think, wow. Anyways, this was one of them moments, and I'd say it's one of the moments that stuck with me the most out of any, of my time of travel, basically. So when I went to Kenya for the first time, I went to a place called Kilifi. I based myself there for 3 weeks, and I did various things while I was there. I went on safaris in the end, but my primary reason was to just go there and experience the culture and just basically not do a lot, just take in the culture and all of that jazz. For the first few days I didn't do too much. I just chilled in the place I was staying, and obviously went out for food and things like that. But on I'd say the 4th or 5th day that I was there, I went down to the beach on my own, and the woman that I was renting my room from in the Airbnb that I had, yes folks, Airbnbs in the middle of Kenya, it's amazing. Anyway, she said to me, if you see a fisherman down there and he happens to have any octopus, can you grab me an octopus please? I said, yeah, no worries, I can do that. So off I went, trundled down to the beach. I'll keep a long story short. Literally I went down to the beach and there was a guy pulling in on his longboat, on his fishing boat. So I walked over to him, and he spoke very good English, which was very easy for us to communicate. So I went over and I asked him, do you have any octopus? And he says, yes, I've just caught an octopus today, so that's one thing I do have for sale. Yeah. So I was like, perfect. So I ended up chatting to him, and he was asking me many questions, why I was there and blah blah blah, because there was not many tourists in this town. Basically, there's not many at all. So I was explaining why I was there and this, that and the other, and I asked him, is this what you do? You're a fisherman, is this your job? And he said, yeah, this is my job, I've just finished for the day. And I was like, oh, nice, you finished quite early, no? Because this is in the morning still. Do you work at night? He says, no, I catch what I need and then I go home. So sometimes my day might last me 1 hour. One working day might last me 12 hours. It depends on how much I catch and how fast I catch them. I said, okay, so like, how do you determine when you finish work? How do you know when you've had enough? I mean, when do you call it a day? He said, well, when I catch 3 fish, when I catch 3 decent sized fish, I then go home, that's it. I was like, okay, so what do you do with your fish? He said, I sell 2 fish and I keep 1 fish for me and my family to eat for the day, and that's it. I said, okay, nice. I said, so you make enough money from 2 fish? He says, yeah, that's enough for me and my family to live and for the next day, and like this. So I said, well, do you not feel like you want to catch more fish, so you can earn more money and you can build on your business? Or he says, no, you missed the point. He said, I catch 3 fish, that's all I need. I don't need any more. That's all I need. I can eat 1 fish and I can sell 2 fish to the restaurants, and that's enough for me. And then we allow the fish to reproduce. And he went on to explain, if you don't allow the fish to reproduce, if you overfish, then there's going to be no fish to catch. So he explained, through greed you could end up with nothing, because you're taking all of the fish out of the ocean. Eventually you're going to end up with nothing. So I was like, very nice way of looking at things, amazing. And he was like, yeah, that's how we do it in here. We're not greedy people. We catch what we need, we get what we need, and then we allow nature to reproduce for us. and then it will provide once again. If you get greedy in the fishing game, he says, you'll end up with nothing. If everyone takes too much, you know, that's when things go wrong. So I was like, wow, that is amazing, you know? What a way to look at life. What a way to look at life. You just take what you want, not too much, you know? And that's kind of the opposite in a lot of our cultures, eh? Especially in the Western world, you know, there's many people out there that will just take and take and take, and sticking with the old fishing industry, the whole, you know, what he was doing, he was just taking 3 fish per day maximum. That was it, you know, maybe not even that if he was unlucky one day. Whereas you have these big companies that are using these huge boats and just using nets to catch as many fish as possible and throwing dead ones back in, the ones they don't want, and that's greed. That's greed right there, you know. And his point was exactly the opposite, you know, take what you need, and then the earth will keep giving you back what you need. So I learned a lot from that. That's, you know, I'm not a greedy person anyway, but that was just an amazing conversation and experience I had with this local fisherman from Kilifi in Kenya. So yeah, so I guess the message of the video is, don't be greedy, you know, just take what you need, be happy with what you've got. Don't think you need more than you need. Just because the next person's got more than you of something doesn't necessarily mean you need to have more than them or the same amount of them. If you're happy with less than them, which is a great place to be in life, by the way, if you can get there, you're going to be a lot happier in life, you know. If you're constantly chasing, trying to keep up with the Joneses, as we would say here in the UK, there's a lot of unhappiness to be had in that, you know. But if you're just happy with what you have, with what you're providing for yourself, and don't compare yourself to others, like that fisherman in Kenya, for example, he could compare himself to the guy next door who was catching 10 fish and making a lot of money, or more money than he is, but being greedy, kind of going against their will, against their rights, against their beliefs. Sorry, that's the right word. And he's not allowing the fish to reproduce as fast as they could. So yeah, that's my little story of the day. That's my little chinwag. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below if you've got anything to add to this. If you've got any stories or experiences yourselves that you'd like to share, please put them in the comments section below. And yeah, it'd be nice to know your thoughts on this subject. Until next time, folks, for chinwag number 3, I shall see you in the near future. Take care. Peace.